Okay, this is Chris Pasted out of Birth 3rd of the 8th 81. Today's Friday. I'm on the way now to see Dr. Rudy King in Bella Vista. Basically, he's a cardiologist. Hopefully I can convince him basically what's going on in regards to my arteries that have been cut up and then lead dried, so they can basically seal up, so they can find another route. Meaning a bypass around my heart also was then created to bypass the heart because it's dead. My brain has got a vein or two, and they were also cut to stop the blood pressure, because apparently your brain then pumps the blood pressure around the whole body. Plus they got a little monitor that was then used to charge up their iPhone, but basically using now to either reverse to slow down the blood pressure or then to keep the blood flowing. But my brain is pumping the blood. Anyway, I'm going to try to convince a cardiologist with scans that have been modified. Some of the imaging now from before of 2016, you can see in the background how smart these police officers were to hide it away from specialists but still keep it there, so when they solve the crime they can show, yeah, there was equipment but it was tucked away here, over here. Oh, that's an actual equipment, because a lot of specialists, they look at the organ, they don't look around the surroundings of it, because they're specialized in looking at a liver or a heart. But then you look at the inside the chambers, the outside of the heart and the stuff like that, but not around the heart or wherever they tucked it away, if they cut and pasted it, whatever they modified, whatever they haven't modified. And when they know that I'm going for a scan, because of Type 1 equipment and the GPS location software that's with the iPhone, they're able to then tuck away, knowing which scan he's going to do. They know where he is, because they basically can look up on the computer, oh, he's doing a brain CT or he's doing a heart CT or whatever it is, and then they can then just modify around that, or throw live feed in front of a radiologist, or change it, cut and paste it, or just change the results and leave the imaging as is. And specialists wouldn't even know where to look for it, because as I said, they don't only look at the organ, they only specialize in looking at that. So they would plan that whilst trying to murder me. I know this now, I've got to convince someone else that, and then hopefully go from there. And then what do they do from there? Then they need time too as well to basically work out, okay, privately, what to do. Should they do a stand, do another angiogram, should they send him for another procedure, or book him straight for surgery? There's no evidence for surgery, so because all evidence around me is only meant to be used for after death. That's why they modify it just enough so they can skip me and then use it for after death. So all the evidence I have around me will be able to prove that. This video, you're able to prove that from this statement that I'm giving you right now, that, because you can have a look at all the results and look at all the imaging, they've all been changed for after death. So they were bypassing me. Swear like they bypassed my heart, and just controlling my faith of where they can dump my body off, and then they can then solve or bargain with that now. Some of the crew that have elected to be behind the operation side of the Type 1, Type 2 and Type 3 equipment, basically we're the ones that are now working from their posts, meaning from within New South Wales Police, or with New South Wales Health, or within the law firm, to assist in whatever direction they're going through, because they're a set team and there is 100 of them, and they're still planning and plotting and planning, whilst I've got all this trauma inside me, and then I still got to basically try to live or get through all that. That's why I'm video logging, just in case something happens to me. That piece of evidence there is there. I wouldn't lie, I'm a Jehovah's Witness, I have nothing but the truth to tell, and my life depends on it too. So anyway, so I thought I'd just put that on video. Today's date, I think it's the 27th Jan 2017, it's a Friday. I had a meeting yesterday. One of our brothers, he passed away yesterday. That wasn't a good thing. So his family will be putting him to rest. Not this Saturday, next Saturday, in a funeral arrangement. So that was very sad. David Della Costa, he was a good brother. He faithfully served Jehovah. He sacrificed his whole life. He could have been a millionaire. All the effort that he puts in serving Jehovah, but he gave all that up. These are smart, intelligent people giving up their livelihoods or everything like that to go out there and, give out free Bible tracts or do Bible studies. Why? Because they know that we all eventually have to pass away. Either we're taken away or we're through death, natural death, and so you can see the bigger picture in that aspect. We all don't take our house with us, we don't take our money with us, none of that stuff with us when we pass away, or when we come in the world, we don't come with anything. So these are some important facts that he learned from the Bible, and that's why he thought there was no point wasting time doing all that stuff. So I've been learning a bit about the Bible and getting so close to death so many times, that kind of then reassures my faith, that hopefully we have this opportunity, because Jehovah loved the world that he sent his only begotten son to pay for that one perfect life for another perfect life. That was Adam, and then balancing the scale of justice, so then giving us an opportunity, if we believe, to be resurrected. I believe in that. Then all we got to do is be good and faithful and don't do anything bad or sin or commit one of those sins where Jehovah God can't, by law, resurrect us to life. He has to resurrect us to judgment, and then we go for a court case to see basically if we pass or not. Simple as that. It's justice, the only way out of this mess that us humans got ourselves in. Anyway, long story short, so his body then needs to go for a coroner's report and all that kind of stuff, and then they got to check, how did he die? Did he die from cancer, or did he die from poisoning for lusting? So all that's like on a death certificate, and then you get the issue to the family and stuff like that. Some things that they want, these little crew planned for so far ahead. They've nearly planned my open a life policy, open a funeral. They planned for my funeral stuff. Like, you don't understand what they did, this crew. As you can tell by the MRI and the scans and stuff like that and results, they planned that far away from my death, and that's pretty scary now thinking back at it. So many times I could have been dead, and how far they already thought the end for me already, or if not, the way they were going to make money off it was only just a clue. But then all these things are coming out now. That's why I'm video logging it or writing it down, just in case still something happens to me, and then it'll be lost in time. But it gives a head start for the investigators where to look at. Plus they concur it with type 1 equipment that I have attached to my cortex, like an iPhone with earplugs attached to your front cortex. You have your eyes and your eardrums where they're attached around your brain, and then you can read the simulation of it, and then that way you can read the simulation. So they have got EEG caps, so they're able to read the simulation of it live. There's a group of them, and they constantly do that, and then they use their own mouth or whatever it is to translate it to someone else that doesn't know how to read simulation, or put an EEG cap on it. There's not enough caps, and that's basically it. But they had heaps of that kind of equipment they have there at the control panel. They had the control panel moving from different areas. Now they've been doing this kind of camp setup thing to plaintiffs and victims all around New South Wales. So I'm the first one that's been able to document it, but I don't know if anyone else has been pursuing and getting any further, because the New South Wales police officers working in the New South Wales working in the New South Wales police, they basically stop or hinder the investigation, or try to keep it within the group, and then they don't let it go anywhere. Just like a fraud report, none of it ever gets investigated. Never. Not one fraud report's been ever investigated, because the police officers that are doing it are uniform police, and they're the ones stopping. They're the ones committing the crime. Our normal fraud squad is into this kind of stuff now, because a law firm opened his wallet so much and funded this kind of equipment and material and software, so they can commit these kind of crimes for civil cases and comcare cases. That's basically the gist of it. That's it, the bottom line. Just for lawyers so they can make money off it, or for companies to wipe away debt, or whatever. It's just a company killing machine or poisoning machine to wipe away debt. It's a company or opportunity for these lawyers to charge large legal costs. All three factors in one case. I had McDonald's wanting to save money, at the law firm wanting to charge light legal costs. I had these New South Wales Police and New South Wales Health team that basically wanted to make opportunity from it and get paid from it, whilst then having opportunity whilst doing it. This is the reason why I'm being kept alive is that's the only reason, because there's opportunity for them to come forward and make money off it from just telling about the whole truth, because this is the one where they were going to get busted anyway. But now they've realised, because of my negotiation skills, that there's no point in killing me, because there's only a point coming out and then either explaining through civil court or through magistrate court, whatever court, which way, about how all this stuff works, because eventually you're gonna get busted. They're gonna get busted anyway. Too much evidence around. It makes no sense to kill. If not, you're just going away for 20 years to 60 years for free. If I fall over and die and they kill me and pop me off or something like that, because that would be justice, but I won't be around. Two, they'll be locked up, and all the other cases that they're not part of but have copycat to, they basically will get busted for, and the other crews that have done this to other people are still doing it, whatever, will get busted. And they don't want me all to come forward, because I'm the only one who then brings everyone else forward. Anyway, long story short, this is Chris Pace, date of birth 3rd of the 8th, 81. I'm on the way to Rudy King. Hopefully I can save myself. I'm in a lot of trouble. I can barely breathe and walk and talk. I'm confined to a bed, to a lounge, and waiting to see this doctor, and seeing doctors. That's it. I've suffered too many attempted murders to my organ area. I don't think any human has ever faced that much. I've ridden as much as I could every time they attack me or whatever it is. They're going to say, oh, he's on this way of proving it. No, I'm trying to save my life, that's it. I've been running to doctors trying to get this out of me. Imagine putting a remote control car, someone, and driving it around. That's pretty much what they've done. Just put it up there and drive around and hold me hostage and ask me money or opportunity or whatever it is. They were going to do that anyway, to kill me and then create opportunity from it by solving my own murder. I'm pretty sure this has kind of been done before. Every single crime that's been done, they've obviously been done before somewhere else and gotten away or whatever it is. But the New South Wales police have been doing this. They had Roger Rogerson. I've never seen so many suspects in my whole life. These are professionals too, wearing uniform. So that's pretty scary. And they're still out there. This is Chris Pace, date of birth 3rd of the 8th, 81.